being a nice guy completely sucks, and you should never be it. By nice guy, I mean the guy who's like polite, sweet. The girls will be there when she's talking about her boyfriend and everything. Yeah, don't do that. You're wasting your time, and you look like a loser. So that's the title of the video. Don't ever be a nice guy ever. We're gonna react to this video. This is called "How Stopping a Nice Guy" by Where at Berto. Pretty cool thing. He animated everything, so complete props up to him. Let's get into it of why you shouldn't be a nice guy.
I like your hair.
Aw, you're such a nice guy. Does that mean you'd be down to go on a date with me this weekend? Honestly, I do really like you, but more as a friend. Look, I just don't want to make anything awkward between us. Is that okay? Can we just stay friends?
Bro, one person who does art to another, this is great. I love this so much. This is so good. I like the art style and everything, bro.
Please? Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely. Friends. We could be friends.
And that's where you at.
Why does this keep happening? You think you're a nice guy. Matter of fact, you want to be a nice guy. But it seems like every time you go after the girl you like, she ends up crushing all.
Okay, for one, you shouldn't go after the teacher. You shouldn't do that. Don't go after the teacher. That's a recipe for disaster. And jail time, potentially, depending on your age.
Your hopes and dreams. It's almost like the nice guy syndrome is haunting you, humiliating you. Why is it the nicest guys never seem to get the girl? And then that girl goes and hooks up with some asshole who you know is gonna treat her like shit. And after she...
Here's the thing. That's completely 100% true. And the reason why is because there's two reasons. One, you care too much. You have so much emphasis on the relationship that I can't speak. I cannot speak today. What is wrong with you? What's wrong with you, Chris? Stop! That dynamic of power shifts. When you rely too much on her, you give all the power to her in the relationship. All the power to her relationship, she can do anything she wants, and she knows she can get away with it. So therefore, it creates boringness. There's simple things. And now, why would someone be bored or something? Well, think about it in a video game, right? Have you ever played a video game where you are just unstoppable? Like, you just walk in there and you're just like completely, you beat everything? It's like that with women. That's why they call it games. Because, like in video games, if you have all the power put in front of you, right off the back, you're going to use that and it's going to be boring. The game will be, you'll be bored within a few hours if there's not much to do. There's like same thing with a relationship. Women gets bored easily because they put their emphasis onto relationships. Guys put more emphasis onto things rather than to relationships, if that makes sense. Oh, I didn't say the second thing. The second thing is that, I mean, I guess that they both kind of went hand in hand. I was going to say, it's boring. You're boring to her. So you gave the dynamic. The first one was the dynamic of power. The second one was boringness. You're too boring, which means you don't say no. You're always that yes man. You're always like, oh yeah, sure, yeah, blah 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 blah. You never be like, nah, I'm not feeling that. And what that does is it doesn't create self-worth as a man. Also, it just, I mean, like, who wants to date a yes man? Nobody does. So like, you're boring, bro. Don't be boring. Like, you ask, like, how do I be boring? I just want a simple life. Women don't like simple lives. They don't. They're never gonna be happy. And so it's your job to find one that will be in the in-between and that you don't give a single crap what she thinks. You don't. You do what you know is best for the family, and you are the man. That's the relationship dynamic that God had it to be intended, and that's the way it should be. Not saying women can't be in charge, but majority of the time, men are the ones who can handle the pressures. Call me a sexist, calls me a racist, but you can't call me broke. Nah, that's a lie. You can call me broke too.
Gets her a little heartbroken, she's gonna come running back to you looking for that BFF guidance. And because you're so goddamn nice, you're gonna give it to her. And then she's gonna leave your house and go smash him again. It's 20.
Bro, it's true though. It's so true. This is facts, bro. There's girls I know who I had sleep over, right? And like, we slept on the same bed and the same couch, bro. And I was at my friend's my friend's sister's house, and this girl was on me all night. Like, I gave her no attention, right? Shout outs to Corey Wang, Coach Corey Wang. You should watch him. He tells you what it is about girls to do. He gave me that 70-30%, like where the girls talk 70%, the guys talk only 30%. Like, don't go obviously too like in depth about it, but like, you take some of that information, put it into your own dating life, and it will work. I gave this chick like 30%. Like I was like, yeah, you know, she's there. Like I'm not gonna give her a lot of attention. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna focus on me. Bro, at the end of the night, she was all over me because she saw me make out with another chick too. But you know how girls with that. But bro, like at the end of the night, right? We were sleeping next to each other, bro, on the couch, and like. No, like her sister was like, oh yeah, she's gonna come in the room with me and we're gonna sleep. You're gonna sleep on my bed with me. And she's like, no, I'm not. I'm gonna sleep on the couch. And then she was like, she just didn't even say anything. His sister just went straight to the room, and like, you know, it was crazy. In the middle of the night, bro, like I'll say like, not even the middle of the night, like at 4 a.m., her boyfriend called her on the phone. Her boyfriend called her, and he was like, babe, where you at? Oh, I don't know if it's actually her boyfriend, but it was like a simp or something. Like I don't know. I could tell by the guy's voice he was white. He was like, hey man, hey girl, where you're at? Like, oh, where you're at? Blah 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 blah. And then she was like, oh, leave me alone. Like the attitude that she gave, like, bro, like, it's insane, bro. I'm saying, bro, it's true, bro. You gotta believe yourself. You're the alpha. You're not the beta. But I mean, like, that's cringe. Don't listen to that. Who cares crap about that crap? But it's true, bro. What he's saying is true. If anime was like anything in real life, you would see these girls getting dogged down by higher caliber men. Like Deku would have been cucked. Your favorite My Hero Academia character? Yeah, bye-bye, buddy. He's cucked. He'll be cucked by, what's that dude with the explosive hand power? Him. Yeah, that's your future. If you don't subscribe.
16. I'm fresh out of high school and there's this girl I like. Let's just call her Vanessa. She just moved into my city from California right before graduation. I graduated in 2015, by the way. And somehow in a very
He's same age as me. I graduated in 2015. Oh, no one cares? Okay. Well, yeah, screw you too.
organic way, she worked her way into my friend group. As soon as I saw her, I'm not gonna lie, I was so attracted to her. I thought she was super cute. I wanted her, but for some reason, I couldn't muster up the courage to actually go tell her.
Bro, here's the thing, right? I'm gonna let the video play, but never put too much like on a woman. Never put too much emphasis on a woman. You start creating narratives in your mind like she's too much for you, she's too better for you, blah, blah, blah. You just gotta go forward with it, bro. If you don't overthink anything, just do it, okay? That's the best advice I give on that. Like all night, listen to that.
So because of this, we never really made it past surface level conversation. I'm talking about the smallest of small talk. So here I am just trying to do my very best to come off real genuine. And over time, we got a little bit more comfortable with each other. So now I'm laughing and I'm giggling at all her jokes. I'm entertaining.
Bro, no! Oh, no! No, bro,
Our
no.
conversations that I really didn't care about, but all in the hopes that she would think that I'm a nice guy. And what's so crazy is I felt like it was working. Over time, it started to feel like she was opening up to me more, and I really started to think to myself, yo, I really like this girl. Things were going great, and I finally decided I think it's time we can go on an official date. So me being the cornball I was, somehow I mustered up the courage to type out this super long cringy text message.
Gosh dang, bro. This is high school, bro, for real, bro. When you have no experience with women at all, this is high school. Almost every guy I can guarantee has this feeling, bro. That's crazy. Holy crap, bro. I already know where this is gonna go. I think we all know where it's gonna go, but gosh, bro. Like, what he's doing is acting like a woman. Like, for one, you don't ever text in long paragraphs like that. The guys aren't supposed to be the one who's laughing at the girl's jokes all the time. Usually it's the girl's joke that's doing the reciprocation. Like, if you're putting too much how do I explain this? If you're putting too much investment into the relationship dynamic, then you need to leave. In anything, friendship, relationships, job, you need to leave. If you're doing too much and they're doing too little, you gotta go. You deserve better.
I don't remember it word for word, but I promise you it was weak as shit. I think it went something like, hey Vanessa, if you're free this weekend, I'd love to take you out for dinner. I don't know if you know this, but I really like you and I appreciate you so much. I think we've been building up a nice relationship over
Oh my gosh, bro, that's so weak. He was right. Oh my gosh, bro.
the past few months, so if you're interested, it would be great to hang out. Like,
Oh my god, bro, like, what was I doing?
I ain't gonna lie, bro, some of the shit I used to do is just repulsive now when I think about it. But y'all know what it is, man. You know I'm always gonna get on here and tell my family the truth. There's nothing to cap about. So yeah, I said that shit. And when I tell you, bro, she broke my heart. She didn't even have the decency to match my energy, bruh. Hey, Berto, I really like you too.
Oh, well, let me guess. I'm gonna guess what she's gonna say, because this exact same thing happened to me in high school. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate you as a friend, and I value our relationship as well, but I'm just not feeling the same as you. You're more like a brother to me than anything else. I hope you understand. Tee-hee. Watch, bro.
But as a friend, I hope that's okay. And the worst part is, my dumbass sent another paragraph trying to rationalize and validate her feelings. It's okay that you wanted to be friends. I just wanted you to know the truth about how I felt. We still went out that night. I paid for the food. And I sat there.
Dang,
smiling,
he got double screwed.
pretending to enjoy every second of that night. And what's even worse, deep down, I knew how ashamed of myself I was. When a woman says she wants to be with a nice guy, yeah, she wants to be with a man that's gonna treat her right. That goes without saying. But there's a huge difference between the nice guy and the guy that she's actually talking about. If you guys don't know, my name's Berto, and here on this channel, I talk about my life, I tell stories about my shortcomings, and I try to give you guys as much value as possible to learn from my mistakes. I want every single person to become the best version of themselves. So if you like content like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to get recommended more of my videos. Today, I'm gonna show you guys how to stop being the nice guy. So here's the thing, bro. You don't want to be the nice guy, but you also don't want to be a complete piece of shit. And the first step of achieving this is being neutral. You might be thinking, how do you stay neutral? What does that even mean? I promise you it's not that complicated. The same way you treat your guy friends, and I'm not talking about the guy friends that you low-key don't even really like because they make you feel like shit, so then you pretend to be somebody that you're not when you're around them. No. I'm talking about your brothers, the one that you...
Yo, who do you hang out with that's like that? Yo, you should never hang out with someone who you have to pretend you're not. You should just drop that person. If you don't really like somebody, why you hang out with them? It's because your other friends do? I don't. I'll just tell them not to invite me. I'll be like, bro. Like, oh yeah, Jamal's coming. I'm like, Jamal. Yeah, I'm not going. It's just that easy, bro. Sure, you won't be invited a lot of places, but who cares, bro? Like, if he's your boy, he's gonna understand that you already don't like him, right? All my boys I can talk to everything about, and they understand.
Consider to be your true friends. The friends that you mess around with, the friends that you argue with, the ones that you get in stupid debates with all the time, but then a few hours later you guys are hanging out like nothing happened. However you act around those guys is typically your neutral state. You're comfortable enough with these guys to let them know, hey, I don't agree with what you're saying, or I actually don't want to do that, even though they want you to. You're able to stand your ground with those guys, be yourself, and not feel guilty about it. That feeling right there, in most cases, is your neutral zone. And this is where you need to be when you're operating with women. Because if you're not, usually what happens is when you're talking to a girl that you like, you start to put her on this pedestal. You start looking at her like she's this perfect being, someone that's above life itself. The possibilities of you even being with her is almost like a dream, something that doesn't even feel realistic. And because of this pedestal that you have her on, when you finally have a chance to talk to her, naturally all you can do is be overly nice. You don't want to mess the moment up. Whether you're always complimenting her, whether you're always agreeing with whatever she's saying, or you're entertaining her bullshit even though you know it's bullshit. Every conversation has zero substance, but you're gonna sit there and act like...
That's so true, bro. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna listen to everything she does and everything she says is right, and you're gonna be like, oh, you're perfect, blah 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 blah. Basically the gay best friend, bro. Do you really want to be that guy? No. What he's saying is everything he's saying is true, bro. 100%.
It's super interesting to you. This is what happens when you put a woman on a pedestal. All of a sudden, you're talking to her like she's some sort of goddess, and she's gonna zap you out of existence if you say the wrong thing. You need to be able to speak to women like normal human beings the same way you would speak to your boys. Yeah, she might be beautiful, bro, but I promise you she ain't no goddess. The men that are able to get women truly obsessed with them are men that don't put women on pedestals. In my last video, I talked about how to be mysterious and how to make a woman be obsessed with you. Go check that out if you haven't haven't already. And a big part of that is treating them as if they are normal, because they are. Just imagine you're with the most attractive girl that you could ever possibly think of. And instead of sitting there simping like, oh my god, Vanessa, I'm so happy for your time. I appreciate you. Oh, you're beautiful. You guys are just sitting there being cool. You're kicking shit and making her laugh. And in the slight chance she starts talking about some bullshit that you don't really want to talk about, you say, hey, you know, I don't really want to speak about that right now. And yeah, she might look a little confused for a second, but she will respect you, because men don't sit around and gossip. Subconsciously, this is going to be way more attractive to her than the latter. You got to start.
Exactly, bro. Men do not get gossip, bro. That's 100% true, bro. That's so real. That's so real. I don't want to react to the whole video, because this is a really good video. I'm going to end it right there. But moral of the story is what this guy is telling you is like, don't be the friend. Don't be the nice guy. Just be a guy, bro. Just think of yourself as a person, and you know, you're going to see success. Guaranteed. All right. I'm going to put the link to the video in the description. But stay true to yourself, kings. Slay.